Most people think that when a dog licks you, it automatically means love. But in dog psychology, I can tell you that it's way more than that. Dogs use licking, for an example, and a ton of other quirky behaviors to communicate to us as humans, things that we rarely notice. So today, I'm going to jump into 10 surprising dog behaviors that reveal what your dog is actually trying to tell you desperately. Number 1 is sitting on your feet. Now, most dogs do this to everybody, not just to dog owners. But when your dog does it to you as an owner, your dog is plopping down right on your feet because it's a cozy spot and your feet carry the strongest signature of scent of you as their owner. And dogs, with their next level sense of smell, are wired to seek that out of comfort. So when a stranger enters the room and your dog applies even more pressure to your feet, they're making a clear statement in dog language. This is my person, and I'm sticking close. Number 2, this is huge. This is why dogs, unfortunately, sometimes get put into shelters or even worse. This is going to be growling when they're woken up. If you've ever tried to wake up your dog and got a low growl in response, don't take it personally. From psychology perspective, this is a natural reaction for most dogs. When dogs are in a deep sleep, their brains are almost on autopilot, right? Meaning their protective instincts are completely switched on before they even realize what's happening. So your dog is very vulnerable. Your dog is not paying attention to you, and your dog isn't necessarily growling at you. It's a defense mechanism for your dog who is in deep sleep. If this happens frequently, the best thing to do is say their name before touching them, or just make sure when people are running around and there's kids around that they don't bump into your dog when they are sleeping. Correcting or punishing them for this can actually make them more anxious and confused because, of course, they just growl because they're trying to wake themselves up. Their body is in fight or flight mode, and now they don't know why they're getting punished while they're waking up. So be very mindful and careful of that. Number 3, eating dirt. If you've caught your dog munching on dirt or mulch or something like that, you're not alone. And it's not just a weird habit. And as in dog psychology, this is the reason behind this. Sometimes dogs turn to soil or dirt because they're instinctively seeking minerals or nutrients that they might be missing from their regular diet. Always check with a vet or a canine nutritionist to rule out any diet gaps or health issues. If everything looks good on the medical side, then dirt eating might just be your dog's way of busting boredom, or, like I said, they could have a deficiency. They could need something else that is not in their current diet. Number 4, sneezing while playing. Now, if you've ever seen your dog sneeze in the middle of a rowdy play session, that's not just random. From a dog psychologist angle, this is their clever way of pressing a reset. That sneeze is a signal to everyone involved and to you if they're playing rough with you that, hey, this is just for fun. I'm not really fighting. Because dogs naturally use this to keep roughhousing from crossing that line, especially with other dogs and with people, so it doesn't turn into actual conflict. Of like laughing after a sarcastic joke. Like, hey, I'm kind of busting on you. I'm playing with you, but just so you know, it's all in good fun. Number 5 is refusing to eat unless you are present. Now, dogs do this for many different reasons. But if you ever notice your dog just sits around and stares at their bowl, but maybe waits for you to eat, this isn't about them needing your permission. It's wired into their nature. Dogs, much like their wild ancestors, feel safe eating within their pack. When you're nearby or even present, that gives them a sense of security and a signal that it's okay to relax and they can eat. Because when dogs are eating, they're eating something high value, their head is down, and it makes them vulnerable. So with you being around, sometimes that can give the dog the permission for them to start eating, or sometimes dogs will only eat if another dog is in the room. That could be completely another thing. That could be early signs of potential resource guarding. Number 6, sudden sprinting, or what we call zoomies. Ever see your dog just run around and chase their tail and race around the room? Or if you're my dog, you're rearranging because he's giant. This is the zoomies, and it's basically your dog's way of blowing off steam. Dogs are built to move and to be super active, and it's a totally normal thing. And it's a great sign that your dog is healthy and happy, and has energy and can move around the house freely. If anything, just make sure that you got a safe place to let your dog do the zoomies, because, like I said before, if you have a giant rhino running around your house, your furniture can get dislodged, or even maybe your toddlers can go flying across the room. Number 7, hiding treats or toys in your bed or in their bed. When you find a half-chewed toy or even maybe a dirty old bone buried in your sheets, your dog isn't actually being silly. They're actually following an age-old instinct. Dogs are natural resource guarders because they think that's what's going to keep them alive. And from a psychological perspective, hiding food or toys in your bed is a way of picking what they consider the safest spot in the house. Why? Because your bed smells like you. We talked about this earlier with your dog sitting on your feet. It feels like the most secure vault for all of their hidden treasures. So instead of scolding your dog for bringing that disgusting old bunny rabbit on top of the bed, understand that this is normal canine behavior rooted in survival. Just give the sheets a shake, maybe wash them, and maybe not let your dog into the room when you're not in there. Number 8 is killing the toys. Now this is something all dog owners need to know. When your dog grabs that toy and gives it a fierce shake from side to side, it's not just random play, it's an instinct in action. In dog psychology, I see this behavior as a built-in release for their natural prey drive. In the wild, this motion would quickly disable small animals. A KA, guys, they are killing that animal. We look at it as, oh, we got them a toy. Isn't this cute? Look at them playing. That squeaker in many toys is exactly like the sound of prey. So they're taking that animal and they're killing it. When they're ripping the stuffing out, they're ripping the guts out. Now my job is to tell dog owners and dog lovers what their dog actually is, and that's part of it. So it's far from being a problem by any means. It's actually mentally healthy for dogs to channel that energy and practice age-old instinctual behaviors and habits. So don't worry, let your dog have fun with that vigorous toy shake, but understand it is violence. Number 9, something that occurs unfortunately in most houses all the time, is your dog lying on your suitcase. Lying on your suitcase, it's not just your dog being cute or even clingy. It's a classic case of canine logic in action. They see that suitcase, they instantly know because of conditioning this means you are leaving. And by laying on your luggage or even getting inside your luggage, your dog is doing their best to delay your departure and surround themselves with your scent, which is deeply soothing for them. They're kind of getting that last hit before they know that you're leaving. So if your pup gets extra anxious whenever you pack, understand it's not stubbornness. And if your dog really does get anxious, I highly suggest packing in a location where your dog doesn't see it. Guys, last but not least, number 10 is licking. Now when your dog licks you, it isn't just a tongue bath or kisses or random bursts of affection. Sometimes it can be, but it's not always that. In dog psychology, licking is one of the deepest forms of communication your dog has. It starts from puppyhood. Think about it, guys. Moms lick their pups to stimulate them, to show care and get them to become alive, and their behavior sticks with them for life. When your dog licks you, they are mixing your scent with theirs. And this reinforces that you belong in their inner circle. So it's not just, oh, my dog is giving me kisses. Although it looks like it, and it feels like it, and it is endearing to most dog owners at the same exact time, your dog is basically marking sense. But it's also their ability to investigate. How many people have come home and they've had injuries, scrapes, scratches, or broken bones, and your doggy's immediately on that. They know what's going on, and they're likely going to lick you to try to help you, to try to heal you, and to try to figure out what else is going on. Now, by learning to decode these behaviors, you're already on your way to building a better relationship with your dog. But a lot of people, unfortunately, don't get there. If this video helped you understand your dog even a little bit better, do me a favor, drop a comment below and tell me which behavior surprised you the most. And if you have a dog owner in your life who could use this, share it with them. Subscribe if you want more content like this, because understanding your dog isn't just fascinating, it makes you a better owner. I'll see you in the next one.